Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is your weekly horoscope for Monday the 30th of July, going through until Sunday the 5th of July 2018. It's a pleasure to be with you today. If this is the first one of my videos that you're watching, you're very, very welcome. My name is Gregory Scott. I'm an astrologer and tarot reader and numerologist who lives in Glastonbury in the UK. And in these weekly horoscopes, what I do is I give you a daily breakdown of what's happening in the sky, so like an astrological weather report, and how that's going to affect you down here on planet Earth. The horoscopes are also based on UK time, so take that into account and either add or subtract the time difference depending on where you are. Now, last week was a super intense week with that fabulous solar eclipse that we had. That was so amazing. I didn't see it myself, but the pictures I saw, especially the one with Hera and Apollo in Greece and by the temple, by the, I think the Pantheon or the Parthenon, it was so beautiful. So I hope that gave you a lot. This week is much more changeable. So there are certain days which are super positive, but there are certain days where you kind of have to watch out for things. So let's have a look. Monday the 30th of July, we've got the moon in Pisces. So that's going to make you feel generous. You'll let things go. You'll be nurturing and caring towards other people. And that forms a trine, a harmonious relationship with Jupiter in Scorpio. So being around other people, talking to people, being kind, that's going to bring good luck into your life. The moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus, so energy and your idea of doing things, your way of doing things. And it also sextiles Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn is structure and security and working for it. And it says to you, if you want to achieve something in life, you've got to work for it. So it's a really positive start to the week. We've got a lot of water and earth, and those two together really work very well. Water is about ideas and creativity and imagination, and earth is about actually being able to turn that into something practical and to find some format. So you have a lot of energy, and you're facing towards the future. You're thinking, what is it that I can do? How can I work with others? Especially managers and bosses, you may consider talking about money today, or you may consider letting your employees in on the state of your business, whether you're expanding and hiring new people, or whether you have to make cuts because you haven't made as money as you did last year. It's a good day to talk about that kind of thing because people are more forgiving than they usually would be. There's a sense of understanding. And it's also a good day to inform yourself of where your business is if you're self-employed, and to do a personal inventory and to take a stock, an inventory of what your financial situation is like. So it's also a wonderful day to take something that you care about, the water side of things, and to use your power that you have in the real world. If you are a CEO, or if you are the boss of your own company, or if you do have a lot of money and you have total financial freedom and you can do what you want, then think about what it is you care about and make it a reality. Or begin this kind of journey, get things in place, so get the cruise booked, or if you're, the leader of Amazon, then your pet project might be going into space, whatever it is. It's about what you care about and having the practical presence of mind to actually get it done. So great start to the week, and that always bodes well for the rest of the week. Tuesday, the 31st of July, we have the moon still in Pisces, and now it conjuncts Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is really happy in Pisces. It rules that sign. It's thrilled to be in Pisces. Neptune is the planet of water and dreams and intuition, and connecting with that moon makes you really sensitive, very intuitive, very psychic. Anyone working with the unmanifest, Tuesday is amazing. Now, the moon also sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. Again, we're going towards the earth side. Pluto, though, rules a water sign. It rules Scorpio. So Pluto is about death and rebirth. It's about the phoenix rising from the ashes. So it's about change. The important thing today is that the moon in Pisces opposes Venus in Virgo. And Venus in Virgo is that discernment. And it's that ability not to let your emotions and your heart run away with you, but to look at things logically. So on Tuesday, the 31st of July, your fantasy life, your imagination has really been activated, and you're likely to daydream a little bit and to contemplate your future options, to really just delve deeply into that. It's a dangerous day in regard to letting new people into your life and telling them about your hopes and dreams and what you want to achieve. With the Venus opposition, you may dismiss red flags that you see in other people and just say, it doesn't matter, I'll do it anyway. So usually first of all, if you spot it in another person, you've got it yourself. So if there's something unpleasant that you see in another person, so maybe you feel like they're unreliable or they drink too much or whatever it is, if you see it, you've got the potential for that in yourself. But the other thing is that, let me give you an example. For instance, I recently met someone who I knew had certain problems and who had very negative energy, but they had a lot of information that I was after. I wanted to learn what they could teach me. And I put my personal feelings aside and I said, as long as I get the information, then the personal interaction doesn't really matter to me that much. As long as we keep this professional situation going, then that's fine. But it didn't work out. Because our personalities were so different and incongruous with another, that the whole thing blew up and I really didn't learn very much at all. So it was a waste of time, and that's why ignoring red flags is such a mistake, because the universe doesn't give you red flags just to make your life more complicated. It does it to protect you from situations like the one I've just gone through. And I'm a sun sign Virgo, so I should know better. But I just thought the information is key here. And if this person can deliver, then I'm happy, but that didn't work, okay? So if you're getting into new relationships on Tuesday as well, remember that Venus in Virgo, the thin-lipped headmistress who says, this is a good boy, this is a good girl, this is not a nice person, that is opposing your moon. That's the furthest thing from your mind. So you're not even going to be thinking about that. So make sure that you actively use your discernment on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the 1st of August, welcome to August. I can't believe we're in August. I love these summer months. The moon moves into Aries at 10:56 in the morning, so that's a great way to start August, with the moon now in the first sign of the zodiac. Moving into the first day of August, it immediately gives you kind of an oomph, a sense of power, and really moving forward like you're on a train. The moon then conjuncts Chiron in Aries, the wounded healer. Chiron is an asteroid that's also represented as a centaur, and he's about the wound in your life that you can fix and heal and really make a strength. It also sextiles Mars in Aquarius. Mars is the planet of desire and drive, and it squares Saturn in Capricorn, working to find security and to build your own happy place. Mars in Aquarius also squares Uranus in Taurus, and that's kind of dangerous because Mars is the male principle of desire, what I want, when I want it, and Uranus is chaos. It's like we're on our own little mission and we're not that interested in what you want, we're creating chaos, and that's what's fun. So on Wednesday, it is a good way to start August because of that moon. It gives you a great sense of independence, daring, and the pioneering spirit. So off you go, you've got your ideas and you're running with them. You have the opportunity to amend something painful from your past that didn't work because of that Chiron in Aries. So if you revisit that thing, it's likely that you can heal that, because Chiron and the moon in Aries conjunct each other and they help and support each other. So your soul and the past disappointments are right there for you to see, and you can amend them. The only thing to watch out for today is that Mars-Uranus square, because that is potentially explosive, especially if you don't get what you want. So if you've got certain plans and something suddenly is taken away from you, or something goes against your plans, or someone is making things difficult for you, it's likely that you blow up. So avoid being aggressive on Wednesday the 1st, or getting dragged into arguments. If people are already kind of coming at you negatively, or if the whole vibe of the situation feels negative, don't even engage. Don't explain yourself. Don't try and change the mood. If the people you're working with, or if the situation you're in, the people you're spending time with, if there's no connection, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And you can't force that. Remember, you're powerless over people, places, and things. So if things are fun and lovely, great. If not, then it's time to move on. Also remember that Mercury is in retrograde at the moment in Leo. So communication and miscommunication is something that's very likely to occur. So Wednesday is the worst day of the week in the sense of the potential for arguments and really being annoyed and getting aggressive about something. On Thursday, the 2nd of August, we have the Aries moon trining the sun in Leo, which is beautiful. The moon is how you feel most comfortable. The sun is how you feel most powerful, and it's your identity. They're both in fire and they connect with each other, so you immediately feel amazing in terms of yourself. However, the moon does trine that confused Mercury in Leo in retrograde, and it squares Pluto in Capricorn, which is about making changes to your physical circumstances. So on Thursday the 2nd, this is not the best day to sign contracts or to make life-changing decisions when it comes to your work, your health, or your day-to-day living routine. If you have to, then really make sure that the contract is exactly as you want it to be. If you make the decision to move or to change your job, make sure that this is something that you've given thought to, you've considered for a long time, and that it's not just a whim that's just popped into your head and you want to do it. Because remember, Mercury is in retrograde, so you're going to think differently about things, which isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes a Mercury retrograde is what you need to be inspired and to move you forward. But here on this day, with the great sense of power, you really feel like, oh my goodness, I can achieve everything. And the sky's the limit. But unfortunately, that Mercury in Leo may cause you to stumble a little bit, and Pluto in Capricorn makes everything dissolve and change, so you can't rely on that. So if you can possibly avoid making official statements or signing things or making a financial commitment or living commitment, try and delay it. If it can't be delayed, make sure it's accurate. The best way to use the energy today, because you feel so good, is it's a great day to enjoy yourself with friends and family and to have a really good time connecting with other people. So if you have kids, maybe it's a great day to go hiking or to go on a jungle gym or an obstacle course, or to take out your friends to a beer garden or whatever it is you like to do. Keep it unofficial on Thursday. You'll be much happier than if you get into officialdom on Thursday. On Friday the 3rd of August, we have the moon going into Taurus at 7:52 in the evening. So that slows things down now, and you become comfortable in your home, in your little nest that you've created for yourself, this beautiful environment. You're going to feel like you're more of a homebody. You'll feel more focused on your finances. You may want to look at your bank account, or you may look at your bank account and see, okay, this is what I've saved up, this is what's going on. The Taurus moon then conjunct Uranus in Taurus, so same sign, but very different planet. Uranus is so unpredictable. Even its path through space is like this. It's all over the place. And the moon also squares Mars, the male principle in Aquarius. So there's a conjunction with Uranus that's happy. So they sit together, they're neighbors. They're like, hi Taurus moon, hi Uranus and Taurus. We like each other, we'll give you lots of practical energy. But that square with Mars and Aquarius is, this feels uncomfortable. I feel driven to meet my obligations or my duties in some way, and I can't just focus on what it is that makes me feel comfortable. So it may feel a little bit icky in the sense that you feel like you have to do things that you don't really want. So on Friday the 3rd, the mood changes drastically. You become much less playful and you become much more serious because of this Taurus energy. You have lots of energy still, but even from the day before, you may have a justified anger or resentment going today. And the way to handle that is to either hand it over through your meditation or spiritual practice and to let go of that anger. Or you can channel your anger and use it as fuel to stand up for some cause or injustice that you believe in and lend your support. So I've got a choice, okay? So like if I am worth 300 million and I'm really annoyed on this day, then I can just pray and meditate about it and let go of the resentment. Or if I feel really antsy and I've got to get out, I can't sit still, I can't meditate, I don't have the presence of mind, and I do have all this money, then I could drive over to Saddleworth here in England where they had lots of fires, and I could help put out the fires or whatever it is. So anger can be a great motivator. It can be destructive, but it can also be very constructive in helping you achieve things. So don't always worry about anger. Anger can be really useful. A lot of people don't even like feeling anger. They feel like there's something wrong with them if they get angry. We all get angry. That's the ego. We all have an ego. And sometimes we need anger to really break out of situations that have velcroed themselves onto us. Now on Saturday the 4th of August, the moon is still in Taurus and it squares the sun in Leo. So there's friction now between the moon, steady and solid, versus the sun in Leo. Let's play, let's party, let's have fun. The moon opposes Jupiter in Scorpio. So again, disconnect from good luck and positive feelings. It also squares Mercury, so it's kind of getting on everyone's case here today. It squares Mercury in retrograde in Leo. That's problematic in itself. Creating a square with it isn't going to make things better. The only positive connection really is a sextile with Neptune in Pisces, and that's the dream planet. So again, if you want to get the most out of this day, it's like Monday. Use your feelings and make them practical, or talk to other people about finances, about where business is at, money and feelings. If those are involved, you can kind of go there. Although on Saturday, it's not as fortuitous as doing it on Monday. You'll have a better response on Monday than on Saturday. Now, I would say that Saturday, the 4th of August, is the worst day of the week to really sign documents and to commit to a new contract. Like earlier in the week on Thursday, that wasn't good either. Saturday is not good. If you can reschedule, then please do, if at all possible. It's a day where misunderstandings and little errors are likely to happen. And you worry about the wrong things, you don't ask the right questions, your goals are fuzzy, and it's not a good day to make changes just because you don't have a clear focus. So, this is the kind of thing where you buy an apartment and then 2 days later you find out that there is no parking space and you thought there was one. And it's like, whoops. So this is not a good day to make those kind of decisions. Again, it's much better to use the energy to enjoy time with friends and family and loved ones and romantic partners, and also meeting new people. If you're single, if you're looking for a relationship. So it's the worst day to, again, be formal and official, and it's a great day to be informal and to have fun. So really this week, when you find yourself getting really serious and really taking everything very, very serious, you've gone wrong. Because you're right this week when you're happy and when you're living a week that feels exciting and that there's a lot going on and people are communicating and people are around you. If you're sitting there and you're really kind of, analyzing and combing over every detail in the contract, that's not really the time, not the best time. I read something that on the 1st of August, a certain show is starting to film on Wednesday, the 1st of August, and it is a great day to start new things. So if you want the pioneering spirit or a new opportunity or a new start, Wednesday the 1st is it this week, not Saturday the 4th. Finally, on the 5th of August, Sunday, the Taurus moon squares Mercury in Leo in retrograde. So again, problems with the way you think and putting that into practice. It trines, so it's happy with Venus in Virgo, so your discernment is back, and it connects with Pluto in Capricorn. So things change again. For you on Sunday, actions speak louder than words. So you're really, really in your body, you're really practical. If you argue with your loved one, it's the kind of day where a hug or a kiss is going to have 100% more of a positive effect than convoluted explanations. Sometimes if you're in a relationship with someone and you don't see eye to eye and it's not important, someone just, sometimes, or someone can't meet your eyes because they're angry at you or something. Sometimes just an arm around their shoulder or a kiss is all it takes to make the ice melt. You have to obviously judge the situation for how it is. But on Sunday, it's a day of being tactile, enjoying nature, the simple pleasures in life, to let go of resentment and toxic things in your life that are going on, toxic people, ongoing arguments. If you try today and that person is there in your life and you try and just be tactile with them and get over the things that are problematic, and it doesn't work today, then that's a really big indicator that your relationship may not be suitable, because the stars really support you here in love and romance. And if there is anything negative, the way you're blessed today is that you have this amazing physical charisma and you're super magnetic, that you're going to be pulled towards one another in the sense of your chemistry that you have. And that's the way it will look. So if you have no contact today and you keep arguing, then you have a pretty good idea that this is not your soulmate. If you meet someone today and it's, if you meet someone today, it's really a physical connection. There's going to be a lot of sparks. There's going to be a lot of sexual energy in the air. Venus in Virgo is there on your side. So it can be a day of also finding a really suitable partner, like a kindred spirit, a soulmate, your twin flame. It's about really just keeping things very simple, being out and about in nature, connecting with your body, connecting with your higher self, and just enjoying, the simple pleasures of being alive, the little human things like turning on the heater and having a beautiful bunch of flowers or some crystals in your home. Anything that makes you feel comfortable and you're not going to be so into hearing things and working things out, you'd much rather just receive a box of chocolates or like a picture or something. So actions are going to make much more of an impact with you emotionally than words will. So if anyone watching this has got issues with their relationship and they're thinking of going down there on Sunday and really hashing it out, you're going to be much better off just arriving and presenting something and being happy. I'm in no way saying that you should sweep things under the rug. I'm a big believer in relationships that if something bothers you, you should say it. And that has often got me into trouble, and it's even ended certain relationships. But I'm not going to lie to myself if there's something that I really can't tolerate. I can try and tolerate it and meditate on it and see, is this a deal breaker or not? And sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But if today is really, really negative in terms of your relationship, then you know that that's a red flag there, because it's a day that is supposed to feel really easy and fun, and there ought to be a lot of chemistry. So that's what I get for this week. Like I said, it is a mixed bag. It's all over the place, so you really have to pay attention with what's going on. I hope it gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you would like a private reading with me, and if you'd like me to have a look at your natal chart, so your birth chart, I can draw that up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify the chart. It's a process where I work out your time of birth. So if you're interested in that, email me. It's not on the website. You have to email me and I'll tell you how to do that. Once I have the chart, I can see what your vocational talents are, what your life purpose is, what's destined for you in your health and your daily routine, your work, your love life, your family life, your spiritual progress. And I can also have a look at what's coming up in future, as well as answer your questions. So if you do have any questions for me, then please do get in touch via the website. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. And this doesn't have anything to do with the weekly horoscope, but this has to do with the monthly predictions. Now, as you guys know, I've tried really making the monthly horoscopes work for you and for me, because the views were dropping off and things like that. Now, I was quite happy with the June and July predictions for everybody, and then doing it for each sun sign at the end. But immediately, the first time I did it, I think I had 44,000 people. Now it's like 30. So immediately people have not liked it, have left. So I need to continue to find a way of doing it. And the way I think I need to do it is to make a separate video for each sun sign. So Aries and Taurus and Gemini. The way I used to, but I really need to think about it, because if I do that, the way I used to do them is to go through every day and to make the video about 30 minutes. And that's the way I would like them to be. Now, in the past, I haven't had time to do that, so I may have to stop something else, or really just manage my schedule better so that I maybe do one a day over like 12 days. Not sure yet. But the basic thing is that I'm not going to do a monthly for August. I'm not. Well, I'm working this out, and I've thought of writing them on the website, but I like video. I like being able to talk. So I will continue to make them as videos, but again, there's gonna be a little gap, and I'm gonna do them maybe for the middle of August, but probably for September. So just so you guys know, the weeklies are still going to be here, so you'll still have your astrological weather report. I'll still do these special videos on the new moons and the full moons, and the daily tarot readings. So, there's still a lot of content coming out, but I'm just going to have to rethink the monthlies again. Any suggestions? If you prefer them in separate videos, tell me. I don't think a lot of people did like the whole overview and then doing it in separate bits. But obviously, you know, I need to listen to what you guys watch, and if it loses 13,000 viewers just in its second incarnation, then I'm not on the right track. It's something that doesn't appeal to you guys. And I try and make videos. It's not that I'm people pleasing, but I try to make videos that work for you and me, so that I don't waste your time and I don't waste my time, and it's information that's useful and fun and that you can enjoy watching. So watch this space. No monthly horoscopes for August, but everything else, like I said, will be out. Have a wonderful week. Get in touch with me for a private reading if you like. If you have urgent questions, then order an urgent reading. And I'll speak to you next week.